Hello everyone. In this particular video I'm going to talk about Kuber. Kuber is the lord of wealth and he is the lord for the direction north. Before we proceed, if you are a person who is not interested to know about Hinduism or not interested to know about Kuber, then you don't have to watch this particular video. This particular thing which I am going to talk about is there in Shiva Mahapuran. In that, the story goes like this. It was talking about the previous births of Kuber and how he attained to the level of God. Let me tell the story now. A place called Kambilya Nagar is there, which is currently in Uttar Pradesh, India, and this is the place where Draupadi's Swayamvar was happening. And in that particular city, long ago, there was a person called Yajnadutt. Yajnadutt is born in a very good family, and he was married and he had a son called Gunanidhi. Though Gunanidhi was born in a very good family, he never followed all the good things which was coming traditionally in their ancestry. He got into addiction with so many bad things, example stealing, gambling, etc. Because he was addicted to gambling, what happened is he used to steal things from the house and he used to go and gamble and lose it. Though his mother knew about this, she was trying to advise him, but he was not listening. But this mother never explained anything to Gunanidhi's dad. So what happened is, every day things are getting lost in the house. He goes, keeps playing, and he loses everything. And his situation became worse and worse. The mother was thinking that he will change by himself one day, but nothing. And one day when Yajnadutt was talking to one of his friends, he saw someone going that side, and that person was wearing Gunanidhi's ring. He immediately called that person and asked him, "How did you get this ring? This ring is my son's ring." And what that guy said is, "Your son is lost this in the gambling." And that is the time Yajnadutt comes to know that his son is a big gambler, and he goes home and he asks about this to his wife and son. There is a big problem happened in the family because of this, and what happened is Yajnadutt was very upset with his wife and son, so he left the family. He went away. As soon as Yajnadutt left, his wife also falls sick, and within a short time she also died. Only now Gunanidhi started thinking that he has done something very bad. Because of him, his mom and dad have been split, and now mother also passed away. Now his conscience pricks, so he doesn't want to live in that particular village. So he started walking for a long time, and he reached some other city now, and it was almost dark, evening 6 p.m. So, and he is already tired, he can't walk anymore. He is having hunger as well, because he never had anything food. So what he thought is he will rest under a tree there. And while he was resting there, he saw a Shiva temple far away, and he saw some villagers going towards the Shiva temple with food. And immediately Gunanidhi thought that, okay, if I follow these people and go to the temple, I can rob the food and I can have it. Look at his intention. rob. Because he is bad, bad people gets only bad thoughts. First thing comes to the mind is bad things. So he follows them, he goes there, and those people were doing puja for Lord Shiva. They were talking, singing about Lord Shiva, talking about tales from Shiva Purana, etc. And it was too late, and then what they did is they had the food, and the remaining food they kept it there, and they all slept in the temple. And this guy was waiting for a long time, hiding. And then once everyone is slept, what happened is he couldn't see where the food is, because it's too dark even inside the temple now. Why? Because the lamp which was glowing there near Shiva, the thread in the lamp is burnt almost fully, so it is going to completely put off. At this time what he thinks is, okay, if without a light I can't see where the food is, so he tore his own clothes, made a small thread, and then he made that as a thread for the lamp, and now he can see clearly where the food is. Then when he approached there to take the food, and during that time he stamped someone who was sleeping there, and everyone started getting up and started hitting him like anything, because they thought that he is a thief and they are hitting him. And due to this, what happened is he died there. As soon as we die, who comes? Yamadudas, Sanda and Prasanda, they both are present there to take him. Take Gunanidhi's Hanma with them. And now what happens is Shiva Ganas comes and stops Yamadudas, telling that today is Shivaratri and he has came long walk to this temple to see Lord Shiva, and he was hearing to all the Shiva's tales, and he was getting a good darshan of the puja made for Shiva, and he also gave Vastra Dan. Vastra is cloth. He has even donated cloth for Lord Shiva, which is the light, for thread for the light. So he is fit to be going to Shivaloga rather than Yamaloga, and the Atma went to Shivaloga. Now Gunanidhi's Atma is there enjoying all the good things in Shivaloga, and after some time the time came that he has to be reborn. Why? Because even if we have too much good, we have to be reborn to enjoy the benefit. Same way, even if we do too many bad things, we have to again be reborn to suffer. So, because he has done so many bad things, he was born now. But one thing though, he did prayers without his knowledge. He did attended Shiva temple on a Shivratri. He was now born to a king called Arindam. Arindam is a king who was ruling Kalinga at that time, and now Gunanidhi's Atma has born as a son for Arindam. Now Gunanidhi's name is Dama, and because he was the son of a king, he started enjoying all the pleasure, everything in a very young age itself, and at the age of 10 his father died, passes away. Then what happens is Dama became the king, and because of his touch with the Shivaloga, his mind was always into doing something for Shiva. So he renovated a lot of Shiva temples, and he built some new Shiva temples as well, and he made compulsory Shiva worship in his kingdom. And because of doing a lot of good things to Shiva this time, he led a normal and a peaceful life, and now his time came that he has to again come back to Shivaloka. So he died, and then his Atman now came back to Shivaloka. And after enjoying their stay in Shivaloka for some time, now God is going to make him as Kuber. What he does is, one of the sons of Brahma is sage Pulatsaya. Pulatsaya is considered to be one of the, they say, what do they call, people who, Prajapatis, yes. Prajapatis are sons of Brahma who have the power to create mankind. So Brahma has taught this technique to some of his sons, and one of them is sage Pulatsaya. Pulatsaya had a son called Vishrava, and Vishrava was ruling Alagapuri, a place near Kailash, and he is the king. And for so many years this king never had a baby, so due to blessings of Shiva, now Dama's Atma is going to go and be born here. And he was born, and now Dama has a name called Vishravan. Because of twice touch with Shivaloka, the young kid, as the only thought he has is about Lord Shiva. And even in previous birth he has enjoyed all the pleasure because he was born in a son of a king. So he was not really attached into anything, and his mind was fully into only Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. So he started doing penance from a very young age, and no one would have ever done such a penance, tapas. He did it for 10 lakh years. And after 10 lakh years, Lord Shiva and Parvati, Uma, appeared in front of him. And first thing Shiva said is, no one has ever done such a great tapas. So you will be considered to be my best friend. So when Kuber was referred, he will be referred as a best friend of Lord Shiva. And from today your name will be Kuber. You will rule the direction of north, and because you are not attached towards money, you will be the lord for wealth. And during this time, though this guy Kuber is happy, he looked at Uma with jealous, because he thinks that to see Shiva just once, I have to do 10 lakh years tapas. But this lady, she is always with Shiva. He looked at her with his left eye, like raising his eyebrow, and immediately his left eye stops functioning. So Kuber has only one eye. He can see only through one eye. That's all the message I wanted to say in this particular video. Please do take care.